Peter Jes Thomsen. I started 1990, and I started because Denmark used to have a tournament at a number of bars all over the country where you paid like $3 and then you got a free beer and an entry to the tournament, and whoever won at that cafe would go to a central tournament, and the 3 winners would go to Monte Carlo to play the World Championship. I never qualified that way. There's a Danish tournament once a year called the Nordic Open that attracts a lot of people, and I was 18 years old and it looked kind of exciting. I tried playing chess. I gave up when I was 13 because I thought the books were too boring. And I recognized that I was not going to be anything. So it was likely going to be either Go or Backgammon. The only board game I played seriously is Backgammon. In the first 3, 4, 5 years, I played a lot. And I spent a lot of time rolling positions out by myself, playing both white and blue. I started playing again 2 years, and the one thing I couldn't really fathom was why the best players in the world were old like me, why they weren't 25 years old. The backgammon is mostly pattern recognition. When you get older, like the speed at which you calculate becomes slower, like when you turn 20, or so like you lose speed, but you gain knowledge, if you will. And that supposedly increases with age. So it will certainly also make a lot of sense as to why you can become better with age. I won the World Championship in 1993. In 1994, I was sad that I didn't win again, because then I could have been back to back, and also I was 21 and I thought that mattered. There aren't any tournaments I want to win. I don't want to win the UBC. I might participate in the UBC at some point, but I don't really, it's not important. The first goal I remember having was I wanted to become top 10 in Denmark. And then I wanted to become top 10 in the world. And then for a long time when I was playing backgammon and making money playing backgammon, none of that really mattered, because if you're playing number 500 in the world, whether you're number 1 or you're number 11 matters less than whether you're playing 10 or 11 games an hour. You just want to play more. Playing more equals more opportunities to make money. So that was more important. I played in chouettes where becoming better at playing the other guys in the chouette mattered more than how good my game was. Today, I look over my matches with XG. If I make a really big mistake, then I get embarrassed. Like, not towards other people, just for myself. And then I'm liable to remember. But if it's a fairly small mistake, or if it's rather innocuous, then I need to do it a couple of times to improve. Especially if I played a really good match, most of the mistakes I made there are mistakes, errors in judgments. So there's 2 things I try to improve. One is I try to improve my baseline, what would sort of be my optimal level of play. But mostly I try to improve how close I can get to the baseline. When I play, I'm very unemotional. I used to care if I made mistakes, and I still care a little bit. Like, I would kick myself for it. Like, mentally, like I would carry it with me for a couple of games or something like that, and I'm getting better and better at just like putting that off to the side, and I can like beat myself up tomorrow if I want to or not. But right now we're just like focus on this position, not the position before. That doesn't matter anymore. Online, it's a lot easier because you can like play in your underwear and like with your favorite coffee mug or whatever you want, and have the right temperature, and nobody like pushes your chair from behind. I don't play online because I can't take the game seriously if I don't play for something meaningful. I play other games for social aspects, and I recently started doing something where I play a 3-point match with friends, where winning the match is not the idea. The idea is we play the match, and then I ask you like, why did you make that play? Why didn't you make that play instead? And so I try to like help them improve their game by talking through their reasons behind their plays. And that I find meaningful, but we're not playing to win. If we were playing to win, then I wouldn't care. When I started playing, I played really slow because I wanted to be smart. I wanted to make genius plays. I thought that that was a good thing to do. Now I just want to not make mistakes. I also try a bit to take advantage of my opponents when possible. What makes me win matches is not me not making mistakes. It's my opponent making mistakes. If my opponent played great, then I'd never be a favorite. So I try to give him opportunities to make mistakes. The one thing I don't like about the PR ratings is that's not what I'm trying to do really. What I'm trying to do is to get the biggest differential between my PR and your PR. But when I look at it over time, the number that comes out is as low a PR as possible. So when I play a good player, it's meaningful to try to get there. When I play a bad player, I don't want to play a 2.5 against his 4.5. I'd rather play a 3 against his 5.5. I would really like to play faster. Not just me, but everybody. I find the game much more enjoyable, and I don't even really make more mistakes when I'm playing faster. And also, nobody really wants to watch people like agonizing. I can agonize for 6 minutes over a decision, but I don't enjoy it, and I really don't enjoy watching other people do it. I get bored and walk away. I would prefer it if it was touch move. I would prefer it if you get to make one move, and then you're done. Yeah, you're gonna screw up and you're gonna make mistakes, and that doesn't really matter because everybody does and everybody will. Like you see sometimes, guy is moving the checkers and then he moves them back and then he moves them again and then, oh, sorry, I don't remember where they were anymore. And the opponent doesn't remember either. And it's kind of like, who needs that? The really good players have more to do with the time, but what I get out of spending an extra 6 minutes on a move, not really much. Like I get to catch maybe 1 or 2 mistakes in a match, and like almost always, even when I take a long time, my first choice is still the play I should go with. Sometimes I spend 5 times agonizing over a play, and it turns out, yeah, I was agonizing because they were like really different, but the equity is nothing. There's no difference, and that's why I had such a hard time making up my mind. If there was a clear difference, then it wouldn't take me 5 minutes. When you're trying to improve, you want to focus on the process, not the results. Because the result is never going to be perfect. Like there's always going to be plays, why did I do that? So the first thing is to play a lot. Make a lot of mistakes, play fast. Just make the mistakes you're going to make and like play a whole lot of very, very fast games. I have a number of friends, they're not getting better as fast as they could. And I think their main problem is they learned a lot of stuff that turned out to be wrong. Because when I started 30 years ago, there was a big up on what the game was like 40, 50 years ago. But once computers came in, some things that used to be right, they became wrong. If you start from scratch, it's fairly easy because you can just learn the right things all the time, if they're known. But if you started learning a bunch of stuff that turns out, yeah, that was kind of right, but not really. Then you have to unlearn that. I'm happy giving lessons, but I can't really teach you anything if you're not willing to put in the time. It's not like I could give you some formulas, I could give you some rules that you could follow, and they might make you win more, but they're not gonna help you understand what's going on. And for me, that's not fun. Like if I had a choice between understanding and playing better, I would take the understanding. If I don't understand what's going on, then it's not meaningful. I give some lessons right now for free to people I know and like. The way I think it works best is you make a play, I ask you why you made the play, I try to point out errors in your judgment, and ideally, it works best if I can make you discover the errors in your judgment on your own by me asking questions. I try to ask questions, I don't try to give answers, because you're not going to remember my answers. I've had good feedback. The people I've done it with enjoy it, and that in and of itself can be enough. This is one of the first learning experience I remember. I was playing a local tournament and my opponent fanned 5 times on my 2-point board, the 6 and the 2-point. Apparently I was bad enough that even though he fanned 5 times, I never managed to make more than a 2-point board. So it wasn't that he was unlucky, it was just that I was not very good. I forget whether this was jellyfish or snowy. I had trouble accepting that the computer programs were right. Because with 5-1, I experimented, and this is like 25 years ago, 30 years ago. I couldn't decide for a while whether I should play this 5-1 or I should play this 5-1. But I was sure that if I played this 5, then this 1 was better than that 1. And I was sure if I played this 1, then this 5 was better than this 5, because this 5 doesn't really do anything. I preferred the slot to the split, because the 5 was kind of boring. I liked the 4-1 split, but I didn't like the 5-1 split. I wanted to be right. I wasn't as interested in what was right, I just wanted that I was right. Not important anymore, because I don't want to be right. I just want to make the right play.